Today there's going to be a pair of wide receivers looking to make big plays on the field. It's Brown Steelers going up against Hilton's Colts. So with that, we'll send you up to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. We say hello to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. Now a play fake here on first down. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's brought down.
Kobe Fleener's no longer playing tight end. In Indianapolis, but it looks like they've got an answer for that position already. Dwayne Allen, who we knew about, but how about Jack Doyle's performance in their season opener against Detroit?
Yeah, Doyle had 2 touchdowns. Allen 1. The Colts have long liked their tight ends, and that appears to be the case again in 2016. Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And this offense sometimes is predicated on the ageless wonder, Frank Gore.
And he wants to be a guy with limitless carries. Frank Gore gets better and better with each carry, really batters defenses with his inside running.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. A dump off here for Gore. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Down at score. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Frank Gore, 27 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And this one complete to Marcus Wheaton. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does when a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer, because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they cover things down for him, because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hit.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Being chased out left. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. Let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true #1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat them.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Walden in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Gore back there is the lone setback. Now Luck. They go with a screen to Gore. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Back to throw. Luck. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Luck on the sneak. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And now a look at the defense for the Colts.
DeQuell Jackson may not get the attention other inside linebackers get, but check his stats. Year in and year out, they may take him to the Pro Bowl.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful, Boney. And this is caught at the 20. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 43 yards. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back.
Now been hit, and he lost the football. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. 30. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
On the return, here's Justin Gilbert. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. First. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On second down, Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Defense showing blitz. They'll try and run for it with Bell. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out where the... going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it with Bell. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Gore again here on 1st down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Throwing is locked. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
He may try and run for this. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Locke. They go with a screen to Gore. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. They come out here in the I. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's Gore. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Partners, decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. It's Gore. Frank Gore stopped up short, and the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays. And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterback's like, now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. the fumble recovery. Here's Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. The final shot before the break. Luck. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Ten yards still left on second down. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. A screen to Bell. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield?
There goes Green. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ladarius Green, 65 yards. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock. Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
3rd and 2, Luck. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Back to throw, Luck. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Second down now after the incompletion. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Roethlisberger, and this one's incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Darius Hayward-Bay, the intended receiver. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Gore back there is the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. On second down, here's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Drops it underneath to Gore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice gain of 21 yards. And quickly, they get to the line. Throwing is Locke. They go with a screen to Gore. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
One receiver left is Hilton. To throw on second down is Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and that'll bring up a third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing on third down, Locke. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
We have so many different terms for third down, third and short, third and long, third and manageable. How about third and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first down.
Gore back there is the lone setback. Now a play fake here on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dante Moncrief, 34 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And the D looking like they may blitz. Luck will try and throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dante Moncrief. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a 2nd shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Now this is taken in. It's complete. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
He's going to take another shot here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here, 2nd down and 10. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. 4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. 12 yards is the pickup there. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger surveying the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Second down following the incompletion. Second and 10, it's Roethlisberger once more. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Let's go. 2.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And it is incomplete. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. They'll start on the ground with Gore. Fights off another. There goes Frank Gore. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Not a lot of dance steps in that run. That's much more like being that bowling ball, just going down and scattering some pins, breaking through contact, breaking through tackles, and he knows how to finish a run.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Gore back there is the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Second down following the run. Luck gives to his running back, Gore. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Hands this one off to Gore. And he's got this one down to the 10. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Shift together here from the D-line. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gore. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They'll run. This is Robert Turbin. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Robert Turbin, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Colts add on to their lead. Vinatieri now for the point after. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Oh, it's now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover. And the Colts getting ready to go. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say,
diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally coughed it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. They come out here in the eye. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 3rd down from the 2, 4th down lurking, but one more shot here. What do you do, Charles?
I think you run it here. Try and create some space, get your punter a little bit more room, and if you're really lucky, you get enough space to get 1st down. But I think right now the big thing is take care of the football, get space for your punter, and get rid of the ball.
Mr. Conservative.
Yeah, I do kind of wear that well, man.
And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
Roethlisberger from his end zone on 3rd and long. Time for a break. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Throwing now, Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Hayward in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. On 2nd down, here's Luck. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Play fake to Turbin. Now Luck. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left. Now a carry for the veteran. This is D'Angelo Williams. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a, shall we say, a rather optimistic try here. James has got it. Complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And that's not easy for the holder, whether it's the quarterback, whether it's the punter, just to get up from the knee and then have the wherewithal to make the pass to complete it.
Because when you're catching it, that's your first thing. You've got to catch the ball off the snap, and then you go into motion to do everything else. So you can't get ahead of yourself in the process. Otherwise, the play won't be successful. Well done on that one.
Over the middle here to Brown. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. And I got to tell you, I've never coached, but if I'm a coach here, what do you say to your team after a loss this deflating?